My name is Sam Vaknin. I'm the author of Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited. Abuse by proxy continues long after the relationship is officially over, at least as far as one of the parties is concerned. The majority of abusers get the message, however belatedly and reluctantly. Yet there is a minority of abusers, the more vindictive and obsessed ones, who continue to haunt and hunt their ex-spouses for years to come. These are, of course, the stalkers. Most stalkers are what the scholars Zona and Gerberth call simple obsessional, or, as Mullen and Path put it, the rejected ones. They stalk their prey as a way of maintaining the dissolved relationship, at least in their diseased minds. They seek to punish their quarry for refusing to collaborate in the charade and for resisting their unwanted and ominous intentions. Many of them are erotomaniac. Such stalkers come from all walks of life and cut across social, racial, gender, and cultural barriers. They usually suffer from one or more comorbid personality disorders. They may have anger management or emotional issues, and they usually abuse drugs or alcohol or both. Stalkers are typically lonely, violent, and intermittently unemployed, but they are rarely full-fledged criminals. Contrary to myths perpetrated by the mass media, studies show that most stalkers are men. They have high IQs, advanced degrees, and they are middle-aged. This has been proven in studies such as Malloy and Gothard, 1995, and Morrison in 2001. Rejected stalkers are intrusive and inordinately persistent. They recognize no boundaries, personal or legal. They honor no contracts, and they pursue their targets for years. They interpret rejection as a sign of the victim's continued interest and obsession with them. They are therefore impossible to get rid of. Many of them are narcissists, and thus lack empathy, feel omnipotent and immune to the consequences of their actions, and suffer from serious cognitive deficits and a deteriorating reality test. Even so, some stalkers are possessed of an uncanny ability to psychologically penetrate other people. Often, this gift, which I call cold empathy, is abused and put at the service of their control freakery and sadism. Stalking and the ability to mete out justice makes them feel omnipotent, powerful, and vindicated. When arrested, they often act the victim and attribute their actions to self-defense and to what they call righting wrongs. Stalkers are emotionally labil and present with rigid and infantile primitive defense mechanisms: splitting, projection, projective identification, denial, intellectualization, and narcissism. These type of stalkers devalue and dehumanize their victims, and thus justify the harassment or diminish it. From here, it is only one step to violent conduct. My name is Sam Vaknin, and I'm the author of Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited. If all else fails, the abuser recruits friends, colleagues, mates, family members, the authorities, institutions, neighbors, the media, teachers, in other words, third parties, to do his bidding. The abuser uses them to cajole, coerce, threaten, stalk, offer, retreat, tempt, seduce, harass, communicate, or otherwise manipulate his target. The abuser controls these unaware instruments exactly as he plans to control his ultimate prey. In both cases, he employs the same mechanisms and the same devices. And he dumps his props unceremoniously when the job is done. One form of control by proxy is to engineer situations in which abuse is inflicted on another person. Such carefully crafted scenarios of embarrassment and humiliation are meant to provoke social sanctions, condemnation, opprobrium, or even physical punishment against the victim. Society, or a social group in this case, become the instruments of the abuser against the victim. Abusers often use other people to do their dirty work for them. These, sometimes unwitting accomplices, belong to three groups. The first group is the abuser's social milieu. Some offenders, mainly in patriarchal and misogynist societies, co-opt family members, friends and colleagues into aiding and abetting their abusive conduct. In extreme cases, the victim is held hostage, isolated and with little or no access to funds or transportation. Often the couple's children are used as bargaining chips or leverage in such a dispute. Ambient abuse by the abuser's clan, kin, kith, or village, or neighborhood is rampant. The second group of witting or unwitting accomplices is the victim's social milieu. Even the victim's relatives, his family members, his friends, his colleagues, they are all amenable to the considerable charm, persuasiveness, and manipulativeness of the abuser, and to his impressive thespian acting skills. The abuser offers a plausible rendition of the events and interprets these events to his favor. Others rarely have a chance to witness an abusive exchange firsthand and at close quarters, so as to discern between abuser and victim. In contrast, the victims are often on the verge of a nervous breakdown. They are harassed, unkempt, irritable, impatient, abrasive, and hysterical. Confronted with this contrast between a polished, self-controlled, and suave abuser and his harried casualties, it is easy to reach the wrong conclusion, that the real victim is the abuser. Or another conclusion, that both parties are abusing each other similarly and equally. The prey's acts of self-defense, assertiveness, or insistence on her rights are interpreted as aggression, lability, or a mental health problem. Thus we come to the third group of accomplices and collaborators, aiders and abettors, the system. The abuser perverts the system. Therapists, marriage counselors, mediators, court-appointed guardians, police officers, judges, they all end up upholding the abuser's version and helping him in further abusing his victims. Abuser uses them to pathologize the victim and to separate her from her sources of emotional sustenance, notably from her children, and then from her family, and then from her friends and colleagues. Forms of abuse by proxy include socially isolating and excluding the victim by discrediting her through a campaign of malicious rumors, a smear campaign. Harassing the victim by using others to stalk her, or by charging her with offenses she did not commit. Provoking the victim into aggressive or even antisocial conduct by having others threaten her or her loved ones. Colluding with others to render the victim dependent on the abuser. But by far, the victim's children are the abuser's greatest source of leverage over his abused spouse or mate. There is a video in this channel dedicated to how the abuser leverages the children in his dispute with his victims. Be sure to watch it.
Hey guys, my hair is crazy. Sorry, I just been like going like this sometimes. I just been going like this for like 2 minutes, like, and then it just came out like this. Yeah. I just want to say 2 things. That's actually 4. So, 2 things. I'm building a bridge under me, so I live a healthy life. So I have a roof over my head. I just want to say, Zoella, if you're out there and you're watching this video, or if any of your friends are watching this video, actually, if you're Zoella's friend, or if you're Zoella's friend, tell Zoella that I want her to send me a private video of her talking to me. Please. My name is Nyla Harriman, and I really love you. Not like gay, no. I just really love your videos, and you just inspire me. You're my inspiration. So every time I get sad, I just come to your videos. It's like you're my mom. You're my role model. That's it. But thank you. I love you so much, Zoella. And I'm not a creepy stalker. I just really love your videos. And I like your boyfriend. And I agree with you. He's kind of cute. I ruined the secret. No. I'm joking. Wait, no, I do think Alfie's cute, but like, yeah. Also, Connor Franta. But if you are Zoella watching this video, then Zoella, please send me a private video. I just really want you to just talk to me in person, not like seeing each other, but I just want you to send me a video response. Really, please. I just want to know that you know me. Thanks. Bye.